that the gospel is preached. Here in this text, I want us to see something, and I think it's just so important. Starting in verse number 12, when Paul says, even according to the King James Version, but I would you should understand, brethren, that the things which happened unto me have fallen out rather unto the furtherance of the gospel. What he's saying is, he's writing this letter to the church in Philippi. And Brother Hicks, he's sharing with them because they are knowledgeable of what's going on and what has happened with Paul. They have sent unto Paul, who's in Rome, their pastor, to offer aid and support to Paul. And they are concerned about his well-being. Right. And I want to say we can get the x-ray of this epistle of Philippians starting in Acts chapter 16, but also in Acts chapter 28, where we can pick up when Paul is in house arrest. They are familiar because when Paul was in Philippi, he ended up being tossed in jail. Right. There, Sister Michelle, where Paul met the Philippian jailer. There, Sister Baker, is where Paul and Silas had Bible study, praise and worship at midnight while in jail. So the church was very familiar with Paul. They understood that at midnight the jail was free. The bars had come down because of an earthquake. And even there, Brother Jackson, I want to remind you, you got to be careful how you handle your midnight experience. Amen. What will you do when midnight comes in your life? Paul, I believe, was praying. I believe Silas was giving God the praise. And so when this happened, the Philippian jailer desired to kill himself, knowing that he would be punished if any of the prisoners had escaped. So rather than falling to the consequences of the Roman Empire, when he pulls out his sword to kill himself, Paul yells out, "Do yourself no harm. We are still here." The jailer comes with his little light. I want you to know, when you come, you ought to come with your little light. And let your little light shine. Because certainly the prisoners was able to let their little light shine even in the midst of darkness. And when you come, he asks this one question, Sister Gloria. He says, "What must I do to be saved?" And Paul began to share with them the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that jailer takes Paul to his house, and the Bible lets us know that many more got saved. The prisoner and the jailer and his house got saved because of the preaching of the gospel. I just believe, Sister Inez, that you can again bound the man, but you can't bound the word of God. You can't bound the mission of God. In other words, you cannot hinder the furtherance of the gospel. That's it. And I want us to realize that Paul here at this point, now he's in house arrest in Rome. But just because he got out of jail in Philippi, that wasn't the end of his trial. While he was completing his third missionary journey, when he returned back to Jerusalem, there a commotion took place in the temple. And while in the temple, he was accused of defiling the temple. Jews had brought accusations against the Apostle Paul in Jerusalem. Really, Sister Valencia, they were upset because he was about his father's business. I want you to know they were upset then, and there are still some who get upset right now because we are about our Father's business. Everybody that say amen don't really mean amen. Some people just been in church long enough to know when to say amen. I want you to know, for every child of God that's been baptized into the same body by the same spirit. We ought to be able to recognize those of us that are working on God's program. Matter of fact, somebody ought to be able to say it's not about me anyway. Amen. It's about the Lord Jesus Christ being preached for the furtherance of the gospel. Yeah. They sought to bring charges against Paul. Paul made his appeal to Caesar, who's in Rome. Yeah. He took it to the Supreme Court of their day. And now Paul, after this third missionary journey, after the commotion that takes place in Jerusalem in the temple, now makes his appeal. He's in house arrest in Rome, from house arrest. According to Acts chapter 28, he was there for at least 2 years. And while on house arrest in Rome, Paul's still able to be used by the Lord. Amen. Picks up the pen of divinity and begin to write this letter to the church in Philippi. And somebody say amen. Amen. It's all right. You might not be able to make it every Sunday, but wherever you are, there ought to be some signs that you are a child of God. Amen. And what better sign can you demonstrate by showing and pushing and advancing the gospel of Jesus Christ? I can pause right there. So that's why you got to be careful what you put out on Facebook. Yeah. Because somebody needs to know a Bible walking and a Bible talking. Your pictures ought to reflect that you are a child of God. I know it's your social media account, but y'all use it that God gets the glory. Am I right about it? Amen. I mean, if they can put anything else out there, surely the child of God can show proof, some signs, some evidence, some facts that he is a child of God. I want you to know you don't have to just wait till Sunday morning just to say I went to church. Come Monday, you can still say God is good. Somebody might text you back saying all of the time. And then you can correspond with all the time God is good. Is he all right? Yeah, all right. Yeah. So listen, Paul here is in jail in Romans and the book in Rome, and in verse 12 then when he says, but I would you should understand, brethren, that the things, everything that I've been talking about from Philippi, the things, everything that took place in Jerusalem, the things, now that he's over here on house arrest in Rome, the things which happened unto me. Pause right there, Sister Ideas, because listen, there are some things that has happened unto us. There are some good things and there are some bad things. There are some things that made us feel good and there are some things that made us feel bad. But nevertheless, I'm glad that the Lord don't never put on me more than I can bear. What I'm trying to say is that there are some bad things that happen to children of God. Am I right about it? There's some bad things. And listen, some of the bad things happen, Sister Valencia, not because we did anything bad. Amen. We're all like sheep set up for the slaughter. Amen. There are some things that happen to us, listen, but still God can get the glory out of it. Amen. It's not so much that moves the church when you talk about your promotion. But when you can tell them about how you lost your job, but God is still good. That will help somebody. It's not always about the mountaintop experience, but how I know him in the lily of the valley. Am I right about it? It's sometimes about those lion den experiences that help somebody else who's on their way to their lion den. Am I right about it? All this feeling shame about what I've gone through. No, if it's going to be used for the furtherance of the gospel, then let me tell you my story. So Paul, he says, listen, concerning the things which happened unto me, we ought to be able to relate to that. I've had some things that happened unto me. The devil meant it for evil, But God meant it for good.
Amen.
There are some things that happened unto me when I went right. He told me to go right, but I caught more hell doing right. And I thought I would have caught it, so I went left.
Yeah.
There are some things that happened to me, but if it's for the advancement of the gospel,
Amen.
I'll gladly walk in those things.
Amen.
Am I right about it?
Amen.
Can't you see Jesus? See, if you tear down this temple
Yeah.
in just 3 days, I'll raise it up again.
Amen.
There's some things that's happening. Paul, listen, was able to look at the things that has happened in his past. He was able to look at the things that were going to happen in his present, and also look forward to the future and see the things that were going to happen to him, and say, if it's for the furtherance of the gospel,
Amen.
then it's well with my soul. Listen, he was still on house arrest. He was still in jail. Listen, I just heard a report earlier today that the percentage rate of suicides in jail is 25 times higher in jail than it is for those who are free. Because jail is a gloom, down place, but yet it's still, Paul is happy while in jail that the gospel is being preached.
Amen.
Am I right about it?
Amen.
Paul goes on and says, not only do I rejoice, but I rejoice again.
Amen.
Why? Because the gospel has been preached. But what are you saying, Paul? What I'm saying is that my situation has not changed.
Yeah.
My attire has not changed. I can't change my past. My present is still the same. And the only thing I look forward to, and the only thing that is before me, is Nero's chopping block.
Amen.
But yet and still, because Jesus is being preached,
Amen.
I can go on a little higher.
Amen.
Is y'all all right?
All right.
I mean, you don't really hear about people talking about how much joy they have while they're in jail. But I want you to know, when you realize that Jesus is a company keeper, Jesus is a burden bearer, Jesus is the source of my strength and my joy. And even in jail, you can be like Paul. I can rejoice
Amen.
and rejoice again. Paul understood that there were some people preaching the gospel out of envy. There were some people preaching the gospel out of strife.
Yeah.
But Paul said, on the other hand, there are some people preaching the gospel out of sincerity. There are some people preaching the gospel out of love. There are some people who are studying God's word that they can present God's word with clarity. That God get the glory. That the church is built up. And Paul said, it doesn't even matter why they doing it. Just as long as the gospel is being preached.
Amen.
Well, I want you to know, you ought to check the source of your joy. Because I ain't talking about happiness.
Yeah.
I'm talking about joy. Happiness comes from things on the outside. Joy comes from something on the inside. Am I right about it? And Paul said they'll never have to do any redecorating in this jail. I still got joy. My bank account can still look depleted. I got joy. My joy is knowing that God would that none should perish, but that all shall come to repentance. Am I right about it? I want you to notice in verse 29 of Philippians chapter 1, the Bible says, for unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. It's one thing to suffer because of our wrongdoing, but it's another thing to suffer that God get the glory. I don't know about you, but I've gone to enough hospital visits. I've seen enough Christians laying in their sick bed, still giving God the glory. Someone say amen. I can see people in the midst of burying their spouses, still giving God the glory. I've seen parents talk about how their children are sick, but still giving God the glory. Want you to know, too many remarks is a mighty good time give God the glory. I want you to know God is no respect of person. What he did for one, he's able to do for everyone. Am I right about it? So when Paul says I'm in jail, but yet and still I rejoice. The source of this joy is Jesus Christ the righteous. Can I tell you something about Jesus? He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He's still passing out joy in the midnight hour. Can I tell you something about Jesus Christ? For the furtherance of the gospel, he came down 42 generations. Told me to tell you nobody taking his life. He got power to lay it down. Got power to pick it up again. Can I tell you about Jesus Christ, the righteous? He's the Son of the living God. He's 100% man and 100% God. He is the Lamb of God. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. There's no end to his salvation, and nothing can separate us from his love. And I tell you about the preacher from Galilee. He laid his head in the locks of his shoulders. Because death couldn't stop him, and the grave couldn't hold him. Can I tell you about Jesus Christ, God's Son? Well, they put him in a borrowed tomb. That means whatever you borrow, you ought to give it back. So early Sunday morning, the same preacher got up from the grave. Matter of fact, he wasn't in no rush. Because the Bible says he laid his clothes neatly folded. I want you to know thieves, they don't do that. But when you get up with all power, you can do whatever you want to do. And that's what they call him, the Almighty. Because there's no one like him. There'll be no one after him. He's the one and only, the only one. You all right? For the furtherance of the gospel, I preach this message. I live this life. I share with the world because he's the one that can save. From the guttermost to the uttermost. He saved. I'm evidence that he saved sinners. Look beyond my fault, down my knees, moved on my behalf, didn't charge me a dime, paid it all on my behalf.
Preach on, brother.
For the furtherance of the gospel. The question is, how much will you take that the gospel shall go forth?
Amen.
Will you crucify your flesh?
Amen.
Will you not be conformed to the ways of this world?
Amen.
Will you say, resist the devil and he'll flee? That the gospel shall be promoted?
Amen.
Well,
Talk, preach the word.
we don't have to talk about it. We need to be about it.
Amen.
Because heaven is real, but hell is real also.
Amen.
And if people are not right now, because tomorrow is not promised,
Amen.
right now, we have to make haste for the furtherance of the gospel.
Amen.
So somebody might got some food cooking at home. We know that Furs open and Luby's open at 11 o'clock. For their lunchtime menu and they Luann plates. But I'm going to say it again, your soul don't eat chicken fried steak.
Amen.
Jesus had provided bread from heaven for your soul. And for the furtherance of the gospel, that ought to be our priority. Amen. As a church and as saints, the gospel being promoted
Amen.
should be our goal. And woe unto us if we're not promoting the gospel of Jesus Christ. Let the church say amen. The doors of the church